Hola clase, bienvenidos a la lección de formación de preguntas, sí y no, y la negación. You have this page in your textbook in la página 50, and you can look at it on your e-text. And basically I'm just going to kind of try to explain to you what it's talking about. In Spanish, questions are incredibly easy to make. So, for example, in a normal sentence, you always have the subject and then the verb. So subject is the person doing the action, and then the verb is the action. So in a sentence, you always say Picasso es de Málaga. That means Picasso is from Málaga, and that's the same as in English. So I am from Boise. That is a true statement. It's not a question. And then to switch it to a question, a yes or no question, you just change the order of the subject and the verb. So just flip them. And so then you will be saying, is Picasso from Málaga? ¿Es Picasso de Málaga? But you always have to make sure that you do that, make it sound like a question. ¿Es Picasso de Málaga? Right? So you gotta bring up that intonation at the end. And then also to express disbelief about the information, you don't you're kind of expressing surprise, like Picasso is de Málaga, so he's from Málaga? Like, I did not know that. So that's what you're doing if you, so this is just for new information if you want to change the subject and the verb, and then you're asking a question. So it's very, very simple. It's the same in English. You're from Boise. Oh, that's a sentence. I'm telling you, you're from Boise. And then I could be saying, then the next question I could say is, are you from Boise? But then I just swapped them. Are you and you are. So that's exactly the same as in English. And then the last one is, you are from Boise? The same thing. It sounds like, oh, I don't believe that you're really from Boise, or that's amazing that you're from Boise. But it's a question again. So very, very simple. All you have to do is switch the subject and the verb to make it a question. Or to confirm information that's already given or supposed, add a tag word or a phrase such as no or verdad, which is really common. Verdad means true or correct. And so if you just put that at the end, so you can say the whole sentence like normal, and then comma, and then ask no or verdad, and then that makes it like you're trying to confirm whether or not that statement is true. So like, tú eres de Boise, no? You're from Boise, right? Is what you're saying. Or Rafael Nadal es de Mallorca, no? So he's from Mallorca, right? Or Penelope Cruz es de Madrid, ¿verdad? Right? And so that's pretty much it. Muy, muy, muy sencillo. So this no and verdad are called as tag questions or tag words. And then the other kind of questions, yes or no questions, you're just swapping the subject and the verb. You will have to do this on the quiz, so just be aware of that. Okay, muy bien. So let's move on then to negation. At the bottom of the same exact page is where you have your section on negation. So very, very, very simple once again. In order to make a sentence negative, you just place the word no right before the verb. So not before everything, just before the actual verb. So es is the verb here. So Juan no es de Portugal. He's not from Portugal. Instead of he is from Portugal, right? And then, or we are not from España. Nosotros no somos de España. So we're not from Spain, from España. And then if you want to answer a question in the negative, you answer the question, no. And then you have to say it's not interesting, or he's not from Spain, or whatever. So this is a good example in the cartoon that they have over here. ¿Es un libro interesante? Is that an interesting book? It's like, no. So the reason that there's two no's is because no is the short answer to the question, and then he gives the full sentence answer. So So think no, no, and then this is gone, and then the whole rest of the sentence is a full sentence. So no es muy interesante. It means it's not very interesting. So you're kind of doing a double negation there, but not really, because it's separate. So you say, ¿es un libro interesante? No. No es un libro muy interesante. So you would just respond, no, no, it's not interesting. So when you're answering a question, you answer the short form and then also the long form. So, son los cantantes Talia y José José de España? So are they from España? And you say, no, no son de España. No, they're not from Spain. So in English, we do the same thing. We say no, and then we say they're not. So we're doing the double negative just like we do in English. So both of these concepts are exactly the same as our English concepts. So please don't overcomplicate them. If this is causing you a heartache or a struggle, it's because you're overcomplicating. So maybe watch this video one more time, try to simplify it, and if you are still having trouble, then talk to me. And we can always meet. Don't forget that I can always meet with you guys on Blackboard, Skype, email, phone, or I can come to the campus. I have no problem doing that. Just set up an appointment with me. Hasta pronto. Adios.